Welcome back to Chapter. Today we'll be covering Part 1, Chapter 3 of George Orwell's 1984. We'll begin again with the plot. Winston has a dream and reflects upon memories of his family. He remembers that they died sometime in the 1950s. He feels somewhat responsible for at least the deaths of his mother and baby sister, since in his dream he dreams that they are sinking into this dark abyss and looking up at him with acceptance of the fact that it's Winston's fault that they're down there, but they don't blame him. He also remembers when a nuclear bomb was dropped near where he lived and having to travel down into the subway tunnels in order to survive. He also remembers walking through the Golden Country, which I think was probably where he lived in England before the rise of the party. He also dreams of the junior anti-sex league girl who are still waiting to get a name. But he dreams that she approaches him and rips all her clothes off, but he completely ignores the fact that she's undressed and more focuses on the fact that it was such an ease for her to shed all of her clothes with just a whip of her hand. The way that she rips off her own clothes is the way that he wishes he could rip off his own oppression. He does all this reflection when he isn't dreaming during the physical jerks, which happen every morning when he wakes up. It's confirmed that Airstrip 1 was formerly known as England or Great Britain. Winston also struggles with what he knows to be true in the memories of his past and what the party has made true. Like, he doesn't remember hearing about Big Brother until later in his life, but now Big Brother has traced his roots back to the 1930s and the 1940s. Another doctrine of the party is also introduced. Who controls the past controls the future. Who controls the present controls the past. This kind of leads into the fact that the party can manipulate the past, present, and future to their own whims. We're also introduced to the idea of doublethink in possibly the longest run-on sentence I've ever seen in my life. Doublethink is essentially knowing the truth and knowing the fabricated truth, believing both of them and being at peace with it, basically. An example of doublethink is the party's main three doctrines. War is peace, freedom is slavery, ignorance is strength. They contradict each other, they mean completely different things, but if you believe both of them and are at peace with it, you are doing doublethink. We also find out that ingsoc is newspeak for English socialism. The theme, once again, of this chapter is oppression. Winston is having to oppress his own memories about his childhood in favor of what has been made true by the party. Winston also being called out by the person doing the physical jerks is another example of oppression. He can't even slack off at his own physical exercise without Big Brother watching him. And the ultimate symbol of his oppression is the fact that even though he hates doing toe touches, he finally reaches forward and touches his own toes for the first time in years. Another theme is truth in thought and memory. Winston knows what's true in his own memories, but he can't ever express the fact that he knows what's true and what the party has fabricated a lie, since there's no tangible evidence of anything that's happened in the past that hasn't been altered by the party. The motif, once again in this chapter, is dreams. Winston struggles with the idea of doublethink due to the fact that he remembers things in his dreams. He knows what the actual truth is of the past, but has to repress it and completely ignore it almost due to the fact that the party has changed what happened in the past. That's been Part 1, Chapter 3 of George Orwell's 1984. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!